What's going on YouTube? I'm Endless Win. Welcome back YouTube to Season 1 episode number 20 of Minecraft Feed the Beast single player series starring Endless Win. I'm just cooking up a little bit of Embar for us. So, got a stack and a half working here. We'll just go ahead and take what's here and the rest can sit in there. Why Embar? Well, in this episode, we've got some work to do on our poor house. It's too small. We don't have enough room, and I want to expand, but I can't. So what am I going to do? Well, I've got the Invar because I want to make some more magmatic dynamos because we've got lava in spades. So what I'm going to do is make a few of these magmatic dynamos, and then I'm going to make something else, and we'll kind of figure out together what we're going to do. Helps if I add this here. So I'll finish making probably, I don't know, 4. So I'll have 5 here, and then we'll have 10 total. So yeah, I'll probably make 4 more. That way we can get on to the next thing. So once I've got these crafted up, I'll bring y'all back in, and we'll start on a something called a filler. Okay, YouTube. I went ahead and went with 3 instead of 4 since we've got 1 steam dynamo. These can only hold enough energy for what 5 dynamos would do. Anyway, so that being said, we're going to place these down, and we're going to need some fluid ducts to get the lava in here, and hopefully we'll do something like, I don't know, that. That's interesting. It just runs straight from there. It doesn't even need a fluid duct. Learn something new every day. So we're going to need some conduits, and it's going to have to be the hardened. So we only have 1, so we'll have to make some more of those. No big deal. We'll rotate this with a wrench, just like that. And then we'll need to make, or find 2 fluid ducts if we have any. Yeah, we've got fluid ducts. Woohoo! It's the little things, guys, the little things. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'll right click so it doesn't just render funny. And so back to our conduits here. We want to make hardened because those are the ones that do 400 RF per tick. So we should have the Invar and everything that we need. Did run out of redstone, so I had to run downstairs and get some of that. But that's not too bad because we are down in our quarry. I checked right before, probably 10 minutes before I started recording, and it was around, I don't know, level 40. So it's probably getting a little further down there now. He's actually just starting another run here. You can see way down there, you can see there's a cavern over here that never got explored. And one of the nice things, and I haven't seen any yet in the AE system, but one of the nice things is once it gets a little further down, you'll see it'll start to turn some of these lava pools into obsidian. And so we'll not have to worry about mining obsidian because it's about 15 seconds. And even if you have a really fast pickaxe, it still takes entirely too long for 1 piece of obsidian. And, you know, we have a lot of needs for obsidian. So, again, no obsidian yet, but it's coming. Soon, soon, soon. So the next thing that we're going to do is work on our filler. Now, a filler is just like the quarry over there, except it does the opposite of what it does. It fills instead of takes away. And it'll fill a certain area, whatever you decide to have it fill, in a certain pattern and things like that. So the only thing I'm wondering, I'm going to have to go find some yellow dandelion, which shouldn't be too hard to find. And do have ink sacs, we've got land markers, and we can make these gears starting like this. So 2 of those, and then 2 of those, and then to the iron, plenty of iron. I don't know if y'all have noticed in the AE system, I'll show you here in just a second. We are rolling in the iron. 742 iron ingots with another 177 pieces of iron ore that we need to process. Same with the tin and copper, 151 of the Certus quartz. I mean, we are definitely moving now in the right direction as far as the resources goes. So quarry is by far the best. It does lag up a little bit because there's an additional 20 chunks loaded. So the inner core is nice, and then we'll do something in addition to these, because this won't be the only one we run at all. As soon as this one's done, I'll probably find another piece of landscape to destroy, probably in a Mistcraft age like we started to do, but I wanted to do this one over here just because there was the sand there, and the sand was important for me to get because of the glass. So what I'll do is I'll pause the recording here, sleep through the night, go find some yellow flowers, pick some flowers, and bring y'all right back. So beautiful, so majestic. Alright, here we go. What were we doing? Filler, right, filler. Come on, Endless Wind. Keep it up, keep it up. Okay, so we'll have to make... That's real easy. I know we've got some chest in there. Should have the land markers from what we used earlier, because I think I just threw them in there. And the yellow dandelion. Something like that. Hey, we got a filler. Cool. So the land markers are the same thing that we're going to have to use for this as well, to let the system know, the filler know what we're going to be doing. So we'll make a few of the land markers here. Probably, we'll say that's good. 4 should do us. Wonderful. Alright, so 4 land markers. And again, this one's going to need power. That's why we have all this additional power. And probably what we'll do is, I don't know, run it. Well, we don't want to go too far, so we might just run it right that way. This will be a huge power suck, but it won't be nearly as long as quarry, because we're not going to be clearing out a huge area. We're going to be clearing out a pretty relatively small area. So let's see, we're going to start right here. So we're going to put our first land marker here. Here. We'll put it there. Yeah, seems as good a place as any. And so before we were doing just on the X and the Z axis, but now we're going to be working on the Y axis too, because otherwise we'll just clear out this one single level. So you get your X, or maybe that's the Z, I don't know, but X and Z, and then the Y is the straight up. Y is always the up and down axis. And so we're going to have to probably make a dirt pillar going up right here to connect up there, or we could probably find a way to run around the corner here. But what I'll do is I'll give this a redstone current with a lever like we did before. That way we know which way we're going. So we'll probably clear out to not too far, so probably somewhere around here. That's actually probably good, because I don't want to clear out too much of this mountain. I want to leave a little bit, but at the same time I'm kind of a little bit pressed for space right now. Yes, this is my lovely job that I did building that with the bookshelf pointing out. So we'll run around on top of this cliff, and we'll put that dirt over there. You guys sure are loud. Haven't bred any of them yet. I'm not going to get right into breeding them until we get a few other things working, and one of the main things is rubber. But in order to do rubber the way we want, we need a better power system. And in order to do a better power system, we need a power room. And that's not a power room. That's like a power blob or something. So I actually do want to clear out a little bit higher than this. So one thing that I like to do whenever I make these blocks, these little things into the sky, is I always like to make sure that the filler is going to clear it out. That way I don't have to worry about it. So that should clear out most everything. Maybe a piece of wood will be left over, but we can always morph or something like that if we need to. So I actually break this one, set this right here, so we'll still be working good, and then jump to our death. Ow. Ow. One more small jump in the water. Ah, just not close enough. That's why I don't dive into water for a living. So with that, we need one more land marker, and it's going to be used on this one. So we'll use our hammer. We'll go a couple, just a couple blocks in the right direction, and then we'll get this addition to the building going. We'll probably do it one more block, always one more block. We'll do it right here, and then we'll clean up the rest here. So what'll happen is I'll get rid of that redstone current, and when we right click, you can see now we've got an entire square. And it's going to clear way up there, all the way over there. You can see even areas where there'll be no land marker. It maps it out exactly what it needs. So what to do next? Well, next thing you do is you're going to set down the filler right there. If I can press the right button, there we go. There's the filler. So it switches over to this little construction thing. You can walk straight through it. Not like the quarry over there where you can't walk through it. It's kind of just something only the player can see. We've got one way up there, and we're not going to search for it right now. So the next thing we need to do is set this to the correct mode. So it's called a filler because the very first thing it does is it can fill. So I can have it fill in this entire area here, or I can have it clear out, is what we're going to do. So the very last thing here is clear. So fill, flatten, horizon, pyramid, stairs, box, and clear, which it's all pretty self-explainable. Yeah, y'all get it. So we're probably going to need to make some more of these hardened energies. So we'll go over here to our system. And find it on this page right here. And we'll do 6 just because we can't do any more than that. So we'll bring it this way, make sure it's set to clear, and I actually don't want to do it this way now that I think about it, because it shouldn't do it, but just to be on the safe side, we're going to run it up like this, because we don't want anything in the way. And you can't hear anything. That's because it starts all the way up there. See that block just disappeared? You can see the trees clearing out. So what it does, it starts at the top and then it works its way down. And you'll hear it here in a moment. As it gets a little bit closer, it'll sound just like, you know, all these stuff. You can start to hear it. There it is. Yeah, I just had to shut up there for a second. So you can hear it clearing out. It's always one of those things you kind of wait, did I do it right? Did I don't know. And yeah, so those leaves should clear out on their own. there's always a few things that I end up missing, so I'll have to clean those up manually. Um, Probably using bat form or something like that, which I don't think I've shown y'all that. There's a mod here in Direwolf's pack called Morph, and the way it works here, anything that you've killed you can actually morph into. Um, so here I'm a bat, and you've got creative flight with the bat. So it's a little cheap, but it's not too terribly bad. I do believe there's some stuff that's going to change with it in 1.7 stuff, but for the time being, it's, you know, as long as you kill a thing, you can morph in and out as many times as you want. So there's different things, like a lot of people like the blaze because it has fire protection, obviously, like a blaze would, but it can also fly. So some people like that. To each their own. You don't get any of these resources. It just clears it out completely. There's nothing left. The only thing we're getting is basically, you know, things that would fall out of trees and grass and things like that. That's about it. But that's all we really need because we've got all the resources we want coming out of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to morph out of this bat and set up my favorites, and I'll show y'all how to do that probably in another episode. Fall really far. Ow. And from there, we'll get working on home improvements. Oh, and a side note, make sure that you, once it's done, you disconnect your system here, because even though it's done, it's still draining power. So you definitely want to do that. And then can't use the wrench. You just, even though it seems like the wrong thing, you just hit it with a pickaxe. This dark mage is trying to kill my... Ooh! He was trying to kill all my animals. Yeah. That was not very nice of him. All of a sudden I saw a pig running for his life, and I was not really sure what was going on. But yeah, the dark mage was trying to kill my animals, which I did not realize they did that, but now you know. Welcome back. We're doing something a little simple for now. I ran out of these right as I need them. Let's see. Perfect timing as always for YouTube. There we go. We got some more. So we'll do... finish up the roof, and we'll probably put glass in the way we did over here, and we didn't do any of the wood or anything like that. We'll close this up. So here's our power room, and this isn't going to be big enough for all the power we're going to do once the facility is fully going, or castle. We'll call it a castle, not a facility. A castle with modern technology. So once it's all said and done, like I said, I want to go completely around the lake, but for now, I kind of wanted to do some power, and we'll use the entire area at least that we cleared out, but that won't be what we're going to do for now. For now, we just want to make a little bit of home for all of the power and make it look a little bit nicer, and I'll be able to work during the night and not have to run and sleep through the night. Because I've got creepers or whoever messing with me. So I'm gonna have to be slightly quick with this because of this this inner chest. We don't want it to overfill because then stuff will start spewing out. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pick up all this stuff once we store a lot of it. So we can go ahead and store these, store that, store this and that for now, and we're gonna quickly move all this stuff, and we'll put the mess that we've made somewhere over here. I would like to have it work out to where I can have that monitor in this wall. That may work, that may not work. We'll see. So let's find the things that we need here. We'll go ahead and put these in here because it's taking up a lot of our room. That's all but one of them, that one right there. And then we'll throw the ME controller right next to it, and the crafting monitor will just go there for now. And what we'll do is get the power up and working for the short time. Oh. Let's see here. We'll set these like that and get our one fluid duct that will reach there, and we'll take that off there, and we'll put that making a mess, making a royal mess. Alright, let's get our ender chest out here. Slap it down there. Quickly filling up. Race against the clock here. We've got all the things that we need. Let me cut the recording so I can quit thinking about what I'm going to say and do this right. Just in the nick of time, I think. Oh yeah, just in the nick of time. What we'll do is we'll run over there and see if anything's spewed out of the top after we close this door and sleep through the night. Definitely was racing against the clock there, and so what I'll do is I'll rearrange this here in a minute, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't run out of time. I saw an Enderman. Hello. He's not very happy with me right now. He's just going to be a troll, so we won't deal with him right now. This is a really, really great sword. I think I've said that a few times, but very nice sword. So we'll go over here, we'll check and make sure that we didn't derp too bad and make a mess of everything. Nothing seemed to spew out the top, so that's a good thing. That's always a good thing. So maybe what I might do this time, the right way, is cut the power. So it'll stay here, it'll slow down, and we'll cut the power, make sure that it doesn't have any power, and then we'll fix the house up right this time. Okay, round two. Let's see here. Nothing coming in the ender chest. Time to pick everything up the correct way this time, and hopefully we can do this properly. So like I said, I would like to have this crafting terminal in the wall right there, and we'll make a new hole right here. And that obviously won't stay like that, but it will for the time being. Clean up all the stuffs, do all the things. And this is made out of obsidian, so it will take a second. You can't pick it up with a wrench. And what we'll do is probably make a mess. Never pick up the right thing. Throw these things out. There we go, that's what we want. So we'll switch these out, and we'll set this right there for now. And we'll go ahead and put the controller underneath it just to make it look all fancy like. There we go. And so again, just one thing, we'll need power, so we'll run the power over here. We'll go ahead and pick up this ender chest. We're going to set a little higher up, and we'll use that precision import bus. We can go ahead and put these things in there. That's the bulk of what's taking up all our inventory space. And ender chest will go right there. And this precision bus, you got to angle it correctly. So we'll set it there. And then we'll probably run power underneath. That way everything will be hidden. So what I'll do is I'll set up our ender tank here and then start doing fluid duct, fluid duct, fluid duct, and why not one more there. And we have our dynamos here, so we'll set like this, and then power we'll start from here, 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 there, and there. We need to rotate that. We'll set that there. So we should get power, unless I have to put it into the controller, which sounds about right. So for now, I'll rotate. I'll move that. I'll put that there. That should give us the length that we're going to need, with taking this out. So this was a pain. This was a huge pain. So how can we fix this huge pain? Well, probably what I'll do is craft a battery. And that battery is what we're going to need to really make things work properly. But now we have access to our inventory again, so we can pull out more of these hardened energy conduits, which I shouldn't have put in there in the first place. So what we'll do is we'll craft a battery to make it work so that it won't be a problem next time. And so we'll run that down there, pick up all our things, and underneath. But I definitely don't want these holes in the ground either. So how are we going to fix that? Well, we're probably going to wait for the next episode to do that. But it'll be cool, I promise. It deals with parts that are smaller than a normal block. So we will definitely get to fixing that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording here. Gave y'all an idea what I'm doing. A short little rundown of how the home's coming together. Kind of a boring episode, but it's something that needs to be done. Sorry. Maybe next time the quarry will be done and we can go adventuring again. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the overworld.